Okay, so we're going to start looking at some really experimental sounds now. We're going to use the effects rack to do that because it allows us to chain Soundtoys plugins together and create our own kind of custom effects chains that we can then save. So we're going to start off with creating what I call a kind of filter delay sound. So we'll do it on the disco track on the drum loop. So I'm going to open up the effect rack. Let's just remind ourselves of how this sounds. So it's just, basic drum loop sound. So to start with, we're going to add in Echo Boy. So we drag it in to our effect rack to get started. Now I'm going to do this in ping pong mode. So we're going to have a stereo delay. Let's try a dotted eighth note and an eighth note, which is quite a nice combination. Okay, so next up, I'm going to add a decapitator. I'm going to drive this a little bit. I'm actually going to put that 100% wet, the Echo Boy, and add some saturation. Okay, next up, I'm going to grab a Filter Freak. And I'm going to put this into a bandpass mode. Now let's actually add the LFO modulation to the frequency here. Now I'm going to add a decapitator after this again. I'm going to drive some more. Okay, sounds pretty cool. And now I'm going to add a little plate to add some reverb after this. And we have quite a nice sounding filter delay sound, and we could obviously go in and tweak these parameters further, play with the frequency a bit more. If we wanted to kind of automate that, we could add some extra resonance. But remember, we have our LFO modulating this frequency, so we've already got that quite nice movement there. Now, of course, we can come up to our save menu here, name this filter delay, and then this is going to be accessible whenever we want from our user menu. And obviously from the effects rack up here, we can basically dial in as much wet or dry as we want. We can also feed it back into itself. So this effects chain is one I use a lot actually when I'm mixing TV stuff, which I do quite a lot. And it's great for adding a kind of alternative, strange space to a sound. It can work really well on pads as well. So we've got the pad sound here. Let's try it on this. So it just adds a really, really nice sense of movement. Let's turn down the resonance because I don't think it's necessary so much on that pad sound. And of course, as with all the Soundtoys stuff, it's got that really nice analog sound to it. It doesn't sound cheap. It sounds kind of very nice and real and analog and fat. Okay, so we're going to carry on looking at some more experimental effects chains in the next video. Thanks for watching.